Mike, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Tatum. After the miss from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Brown missing. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to visit with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
He said SGA has this special ability to roll a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Here's Dort after the basket by Boston. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Tatum pulls it down.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Brown the pass to Porzingis. Tatum against Hartenstein. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. He goes up again. Tatum no good. The Thunder have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. White against Holmgren. Hartenstein passes to Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. Hartenstein with the screen on Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander lays it up off the glass.
They can see the ball handling ability of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Moves with precision, creates opportunities in pick and roll action. That's nice.
Now here's Tatum. Porzingis passes to Holiday. And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. Shot clock at 5. The offensive rebound. Out to White. Tatum with a screen on Dort. Outside Holiday. And here's Brown outside. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. The Thunder with the lead. You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it would probably be the three-point shot.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. It's good.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Brown deciding where to go with it. From downtown. That doesn't go either for Brown. The Thunder leading by 5. Williams with the ball. Out guarded by Tatum. Shots good by Williams.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, just the power and authority sends a powerful message to the defense. Go to work, Jason Tatum.
Here's Williams. Puts up a deep 3. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They trail by 7. It's deflected. Williams against Brown. Williams passes to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. Williams, a screen on Tatum. Floats it up for Williams. Rebounded by the Celtics. 3-on-3. Pass to White. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Just a little quick burst by Derek White. Too quick off the drive.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
So he gets them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Now here's White. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. And he banks in the layup.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Thunder lead by 3. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Pritchard in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Williams kicks to Caruso. Pass to Williams. Back to Caruso. 5 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Love that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. To the inside. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the basket by Hauser.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
So it's Boston now. 4-point game. Here's Shireman. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Caruso. Williams. And Williams is right there.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Pass to Pritchard. Williams against Craig. To the paint, here's Horford. Williams with the block. The Thunder leading by 6. For the finish. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And there's the drive. In the corner, Horford with it. Pass to Shireman. Here's Pritchard, covered by Mitchell. Clock at 6. Now here's Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Al Horford using his mobility around the basket. He steps through the defense. No one gets in his way.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Caruso, the pass to Williams. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Williams has got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
A shot by Pritchard, no good. Thunder have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Rob. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Craig against Caruso. With the drive. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Horford.
I love it when Al Horford is challenging defenders to stay with him. Use your physicality, big man.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Pass to Pritchard. Picked by Horford from outside the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Mitchell. The rebound by the Celtics.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Here's Shireman. He's guarded by Williams. All sorts of times, and the jumper is on the mark. Now it's just a 3-point Thunder lead. Here's Caruso. 20 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Williams. There's the triple. Craig pulls it in. With 1 on the clock. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thunder out in front, up 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Celtics trail by 3. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Doris has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Tatum with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Tatum kicks to Holiday. White up top. Back to Holiday. Left side, Brown. 5 to shoot. Over Williams. Boston. No good that time either.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. 4 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the block.
A swat by Porzingis, that wingspan, letting you know he's in the house.
White with it. Dort covering. Back to Brown. Outside Holiday. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Holiday looking over the floor. Outside, White. It's stolen by Dort.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Now Holmgren. Outside, Dort. 6 to shoot. And taken away by Brown. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless. The Thunder leading by 5. Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft stats?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Second team foul.
Here's Porzingis. Nothing on the board. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tatum with the screen on Dort. White the pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Trying to end the drought. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Over in the corner, Williams. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And the baseline jumper, no good. Celtics trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Hartenstein with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Williams with a clean look. Gilgeous-Alexander controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, you love that SGA putting that athleticism to work. Go hit the glass.
The screen from Brown. The 3. White wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Thunder leading by 9. Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Banked in off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, zipping in before the D can rotate. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Substitution on the court.
There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. Fires away from way outside. Williams' shot is off.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Horford, and it's Shireman in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5. Hauser the pass to Pritchard. To Hauser. Here's Shireman, defended by Caruso. 2 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot, and finished off by Craig.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Mitchell passes to Williams. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Williams. And the Thunder lead by 10.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
A shot by Pritchard, no good. The Thunder leading by 10. Williams kicks to Mitchell. Back to Williams. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Pass to Shireman. Here's Hauser. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Mitchell outside. Fires for three. Craig pulls it in. Celtics trail by 8. Horford finds Craig. Here's Shireman. Wallace covering. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Shireman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Horford. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
The playmaking ability of Al Horford, wonderful at positioning himself and capitalizing.
Mitchell dishes to Williams. Mitchell looking it over. Pulls from the top of the key. Misses off the right eye.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alden.
Hey guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Dagnall was telling his team. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Tatum drives in. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Dort passes to Holmgren. Back to Dort. Floats it up for Holmgren. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Celtics trail by 4. Brown with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Brown outside. To Porzingis. Outside, White. Porzingis kicks to White. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and it creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. To stop the drought, the drive by Holmgren.
Staying cool in a clutch moment. Holmgren not letting his inexperience get the best of him.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside Holiday. Thunder with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Dort against White. It's tipped. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Celtics ball.
Left side, Tatum. Launches a three. Doesn't go that time.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm a medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beat. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for him.
both teams aren't shy about getting out on the break.
I think about it, BA, are the coaches telling each of their teams tonight, look, as fast as we get out in transition, we have to do the same in terms of getting back in transition defense. Just slow them down 3 or 4 seconds to make them set up anything in the half-court offense, and ultimately that could win out here tonight.
So a look at our starters for the Wizards. They've got Chris Middleton, Bilal Coulibaly out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's Sadiq Bey, and it's Sarr in at the 5 spot. There's Tatum with the 3. Sarr pulls it in. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Bey passes to Smart. 3-pointer. Counted from distance.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here's Brown. Lets the 3 fly. The shot that time not on target.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
The Wizards have gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside Coulibaly. The 3 is up. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
Here's White going inside, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Bey. Gets the 3 to fall.
Yeah, Bey likes to get to that corner, get his feet set. He's ready to knock down 3 balls.
Bey against Tatum. Outside, Brown. Takes a 3. And Bey pulls it down. Washington has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go for him. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 7-point differential. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Bey. Lays it up and banks it in.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
They double him with Brown. Middleton against Holiday.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Middleton. He's guarded closely. Smart for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. The Celtics have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
B.A., they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
White for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. 1:33 left in the opening quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Inside, kicks it out to Middleton. From deep, Sarr. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Tatum. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Porzingis showing some passing ability that time. Instincts are there.
It's stolen by Tatum. The 3 ball. Offensive rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. There's 47 seconds left now in the first quarter. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Tatum can't hit.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Bey with a screen on Brown. Washington again can't hit. Boston's shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. White, good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
It's Middleton on the wing, defended by Brown. Koulibaly drives in. From deep, Sarr drills it from deep.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
And so it's Washington closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
And so in the game for Washington, we've got Jordan Poole. Rashawn Holmes is out there with Corey Kispert. Then it's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Carrington in at the small forward. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Vucevic, he's checked in for Washington.
Tristan Vucevic.
Wizards leading by 7. Pass to Brogdon. They set the screen. Here's Vucevic from deep. And Craig pulls it down. Here's Shireman. Here's Pritchard. Sinks the tray. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Boston with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Outside Craig. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Shireman. 6 on the shot clock. On the take. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Here's Hauser. Can't tie it up. That one misses. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Pass to Kispert. Here's Vucevic. Nails it from 3.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Still without a bucket. Back to Pritchard. There's the 3. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Pass to Hauser. Craig with a screen. The 3 is up. Hauser can't get it to go.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Celtics trail by 4. The 3 from Craig. It's not going to go for him. The Wizards have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Let's go with a 3. Shots good by Carrington. Carrington's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. 1:52 left in the half. Here's Shireman. Pass to Craig. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Wizards leading by 7. Goes up on the wing. Here's Carrington, defended by Craig. Pass to Vukcevic. Poole for three. And again, it's Washington with a three.
And just another weapon that Jordan Poole has in his offensive arsenal.
Horford passes to Craig. Screen by Horford. Here's Hauser. Here's Shireman. 6 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Now the Wizards in transition. Poole from long range. They get it again. Here's Vukcevic. Pass to Carrington. The three. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 10.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. Craig, no good.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And we finished off one half of play. It's Washington up by 15. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Saddiq Bey.
Yeah, his stats may not jump out at you, but that's not the whole story.
Well, the commitment he has to fill his role and consistently fill that role, that's what that team needs from him.
Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Washington leading by 15. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
White can't hit. The Wizards shooting about 41%. Outside Koulibaly. Kicks it out to Smart. Middleton outside. This one for three. And another miss by Washington. Boston has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. White can't hit.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
Here's Koulibaly. No good with the triple. Celtics trail by 15. Here's Tatum. Rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to Middleton. Bey outside. Beyond the arc. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Bey's got 9.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Coming into the league, putting up points was no problem for Tatum, but now he's creating scoring opportunities for others. You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Koulibaly. They get the rebound. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And the long arms of Sarr on full display. You got to keep this kid off the offensive glass.
Holiday passes to White. Back to Holiday. Driving inside. The kick out to White. Three-pointer. Knocks it down from distance. He has 7.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Smart for 3. That shot missing. Celtics trail by 17. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. And it's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
It's stolen by Holiday. On the wing, Tatum. Launches it. And Bay pulls it down. Bay's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Koulibaly. 4-3. Drops in the 3. Koulibaly's got 8.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Come on, box it out, man. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by White.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Here's Koulibaly. Back to Bay. The fadeaway. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Tatum. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Washington. Here's Koulibaly. And another miss by Washington. Puts up a deep 3. And here's Brown for 3. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. It's the Wizards. They lead by 18. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter started. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. 4th quarter on the court for the Wizards. Kispert is out there with Rashawn Holmes. Then it's Jordan Poole. Then it's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Carrington in at the 3, the small forward.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Pass to Poole. Here's Carrington. Launches a 3. The shot no good. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And he lobs it up to the rim. It's intercepted. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Down low. It's stolen away. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. Pass to Carrington. And another miss by Washington. Celtics trail by 21. Here's Pritchard from the arc. Knocks down the long J.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Lets it go from deep. Shot's good by Carrington. Carrington's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, Brogdon's a pretty gifted passer and trying to do a great job of heading up this offense from the point position.
Pass to Pritchard. Holmes against Horford. Nifty move. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Corey Kispert. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
And that's a foul called on Rashawn Holmes. That's his first foul. So Boston ends up going with a new group.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Wizards. A 21-point lead, the biggest of the game.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
Middleton outside. Outside Koulibaly. For three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got 6 rebounds here tonight. White can't hit.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 18. Pass to Sarr. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
And there's the call on Saddiq Bey. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
A minute 53 left in the fourth quarter. There's Tatum with the three. Counted from distance.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Bey, no good. Celtics trail by 17. Holiday passes to White. Fires from deep. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Back to Middleton. Pass to Smart. Fires the three. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist.
3 points.
Middleton's got 3 assists in the game.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Wizards.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
Oh, Tatum slams it home. Tatum's gotten 5 of his 11 shots to go here. Bey outside. 44 seconds left in the fourth. Takes the three. And the Wizards with another three.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
There's Tatum with the three. That shot off the mark. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win. They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Holiday passes to Brown. Outside Holiday. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Rashawn Holmes out there with Song. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Middleton, and it's small forward. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Marcus Smart has that nice shot.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
It's stolen by Dort. Here's Holmgren. Outside, Dort, and the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Holmes with the steal.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. Now, the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Yeah, Middleton is a talented scorer from anywhere on the floor, goes to the paint and does his thing.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Buries it from three-point range.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Dort passes to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Smart against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Nice shot by Smart.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Thunder with the lead. It's Dort on the wing. He's defended by Coulibaly. It's Williams with the drive. They swipe it. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball's knocked loose.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Holmes setting the big for Smart.
2 minutes remaining
in the corner, Holmes with it. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. We know, Doris, at one point, the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
Coulibaly with it. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Middleton. Outside for Smart. Drains it from beyond the arc. Smart's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Wizards.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
Now here's Williams. Still without a basket. To the inside. Williams. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the game here.
a solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Smart against Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams passes to Holmgren. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And it's 6 points for Chet Holmgren.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Smart. The three. Hits it from three-point range.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Thunder trailing by 3. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Holmes.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
For 3, Middleton. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Knocked away. It's Dort on the wing. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Marcus Smart, he's feeling it tonight and has been a driving force for the Washington Wizards. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Saddiq Bey is out there with Kispert. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Vukcevic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Hey, gets the bucket.
If you want to talk about an NBA player who has poise and vision, that's Malcolm Brogdon doing work with the pass. That is nicely done.
There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket for Mitchell. Here's Vukcevic. And good coming on the assist by Brogdon.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. Washington with the rebound. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Pass to Brogdon. Here he goes. Here's Vukcevic. There's the pick from the arc. Rebound by Mitchell. Thunder trailing by 5. Caruso kicks to Williams. Lets it fly from 18. Good on the shot. Williams has got 4 points this quarter. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Caruso, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Caruso. Over Kispert. Caruso, no good. Wizards leading by 6. Pass to Carrington. Here's Vukcevic. For 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Vukcevic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful. Because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Kispert in the corner. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Mitchell, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. Here's Carrington. Offline with his three. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Thunder. Here's the drive. Hartenstein. Bay pulls it in. Wizards leading by 8. Here's the break. Here's Carrington. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Carrington's got 6 in the quarter.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
And he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
For three, Brogdon. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Caruso. Back to Williams. Second chance effort. Now Wallace. Bay pulls it in. Now here's Kispert. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Substitution on the court.
One second left. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Washington holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And now it's all right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One of the stories here, Marcus Smart getting it done today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Both Jalen and Jalen Williams are out there. One at the 3, the other at the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Holmgren in at the 4. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. He took the opportunity when he saw it. Smart's got the lead up to 13 now for Washington.
You get the sense Marcus Smart is really feeling it, and his teammates keep finding him with the basketball.
To the left side wing. Here's Holmes. Misses the 3. The Thunder shooting the ball at 42%. Williams kicks to Dort. Holmgren the pass to Dort. Floats it up for Holmgren. Stolen by Smart. Pass to Song. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's just too much Alex R there. All at about 7 feet. He is a lot to handle.
For Washington, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from three. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. Smart. The Wizards with another miss.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Here's Koulibaly. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Outside Williams. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
To the middle. And Williams with the stuff.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander facilitating for his team right now. What a pretty pass.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Holmes can't get it to go in. Under trailing by 11. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go.
Well, that's not easy to box out like that. It's just great footwork, and that gave him just the time he needed.
Outside for Smart. Here's Shaw. Pass to Koulibaly. The Wizards with another miss. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Into the lane. Middleton finds Holmes. Here's Koulibaly. And it's off from three-point range. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Shaw, the pass to Middleton. The shot. Smart misses. On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 12-3 run. Latrey. Dort misses.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside for Smart. Middleton, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to the right wing. And a wide-open look for Shaw. Hits the three-point bomb. Sarr's got 6.
Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Drops in the tray. 13 points in the game.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And the rejection by Holmes. And so it's the Washington Wizards heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the... And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. We're trailing by 7. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Brogdon. Saddiq Bey is out there with Kisper. And it's Vukcevic in at the center. Williams kicks to Wallace. Williams has a screen for Wallace. Floats it up for Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And Brogdon with a clear path to the rack. And he can't jam it through. The Thunder shooting here about 46% for the game. Here's Wallace driving inside. Yep, that one goes in there. Wizards leading by 5. Here's Carrington. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. To the paint, there's Williams, and Williams throws it down.
going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now, here's Caruso. He started closer. The kick out to Williams. To tie it up. Hartenstein, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And here's Kispert from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. And the Wizards lead by 4. Mitchell finds Hartenstein. And here is Wallace. Hartenstein with the screen for Wallace. Back to Hartenstein. For 3, Mitchell. Washington with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Bay in the post. He started by Williams. Gisford setting the pick for Brogdon. Carrington. His three-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Williams attacking.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Washington.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Alex Caruso. Dort, he's checked in for Wallace. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell.
Oh, huge basket from the big fella, Sar. This rookie is fearless.
Bays checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Dort wide open. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Sar. Bricks the dunk off the deceptive pump.
Sar. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on it.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Holmgren's checked in. Brogdon, he's checked in for the Wizards.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the layup.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Sar sets the screen for Brogdon. And the 3-ball is good. Brogdon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And they're trailing by 4. Here's Holmgren, and he banks in the layup.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Pass to Carrington. Bay with a screen on George. Back to Brogdon. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter.
Poise and confidence. Malcolm Brogdon with the big bucket.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Oklahoma City. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. And it's blocked.
Oklahoma City foul. Williams. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Washington leading now by 4. Pass to Carrington.
This guy is so strong physically. Lou Dort locked in defensively.
Williams for 3. And Sar pulls it down.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
That bucket in no time at all. Now it's a 7-point Washington lead.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Brogdon against Dort. Pass to Carrington. Bay with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Washington with the triple.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
14 foul.
And one.
"17 seconds left in the game. Here's Carrington. Bay wide open, and he fired. No good on the triple. From deep, Williams. And so it's the Wizards with the win. A narrow win under difficult. All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the bill with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for
people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Brown in at the 3. Holmgren, the pass to Williams. Dort for 3. They get it back. And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. Outside Holiday. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup.
And in transition, Holmgren has speed, but he also plays under control.
And here's Tatum. The 3. Drains the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Thunder have gone 1 for 3 so far. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Lets it go. No good. A bit long that time.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Brown, no good. Williams against White. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity to three-point play. That one on Tatum. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the game here. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Now here's Brown. The shot by Holiday, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Boston has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Taking it strong. Tatum forcing his way to the line, playing aggressive.
Boston shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Good on the second one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And now we go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Mark Dagnall.
The main topic of conversation, how they plan to guard Jason Tatum. We want to try to make Jason a jump shooter. Avoid fouling, don't let him go downhill. But JT will get his, so let's hope we limit him. Well, that's never easy to do, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. And the Celtics in possession here. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Porzingis. Tatum's got 6.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
The 3 from Holmgren. Boston pulls it in. And it's good for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Holmgren. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. White can't hit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Williams. Porzingis grabs the board.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Back to White. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. Shot clock at 6. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren's gotten his second bucket of the game.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Count that one.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. Got a piece of it. Brown with the steal. Now the Celtics on the move. There's Tatum with the three. The Thunder with the rebound. Now Dort hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Gilgeous-Alexander, screen on Holiday. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Nails it from three. And that ties it up.
Come on, man. If SGA is hitting that, it's good night.
Tatum, a screen on Dort. White, the pass to Porzingis. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Dort outside. Here's Holmgren. Banked it in off the glass. Holmgren's got his third bucket of the night.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Oklahoma City ahead. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Thunder.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Williams is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Joe in at the one. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys, but now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
Just 5 to shoot. Joe. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Celtics trail by 3. Here's Shireman. Good D by Wallace. Craig against Williams. Pass to Joe. It's stolen. To the paint. And stolen by Hartenstein. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Horford with the block.
The great positioning, the 7'1" wingspan. That combination makes Horford a dangerous shot blocker.
Caruso, the pass to Wallace. Clock at 6. Goes back up. Boston pulls it in. Outside Craig. Pass to Pritchard. Craig with a screen. Jacks up a 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder leading by 3. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's Hauser, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Ooh, poked away. Pass to Pritchard from outside the arc. Hartenstein pulls it in. The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Caruso. Hauser grabs the board.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Craig against Hartenstein. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Wallace, the pass to Hartenstein. Wallace outside. Pass to Joe. Wallace outside. 6 on the shot clock. Caruso finds Williams. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Caruso misses. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Shireman. Off with the layup. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first half of basketball. Here's Hartenstein. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Hartenstein's got his first 2 points.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Joe. Plenty of space. Pritchard, no good.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Offensive rebound. Outside Joe. Second chance effort. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 5. Outside Craig. Over to the wing. Here's Shireman. Williams defending. Pass to Hauser. Count it. Hauser's got his second bucket on the night.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Now Williams. Defended by Craig. Back to Williams. And the layup is good off the glass. Williams has got 5 now. Boston's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Horford, a screen on Williams. Craig passes to Pritchard. He takes it in, shoots. Another one falls for Boston.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
Wallace outside. Misses from short range. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Thunder out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Oh, it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Dort for 3. Hits a 3-pointer. So Dort's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
White, the pass to Holiday. No good on the 3. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Tatum can't hit. Here's Oklahoma City now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Williams, soft touch off the glass. Williams has got 5 now.
Man, he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Pass to White. Outside, Brown. They kick it out to Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
And here's Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. No good, off the front rim. Celtics trail by 11. Outside Holiday. Pass to Brown. Beyond the arc. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. White against Dort. Williams from long range. It's hauled in by White. For Boston, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Williams misses. Celtics trail by 11. Brown passes to Holiday. Porzingis, big strides, and a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Boom! I mean, Porzingis laying down the hammer. Oh, mercy, mercy.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. Down low. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And the basket by Holiday.
He's such a gritty player. Holiday fights for 2 there inside.
Oklahoma City leading by 7. Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. Back to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Wow, the length of Chet. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, elevating his playmaking skills over time, Tatum is a winner who enjoys setting up his teammates.
Pass to Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, it goes! He beat the buzzer!
The NBA never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, talk about a timely 3-ball.
And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Thunder out in front, leading by 4. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the smart pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Substitution on the court.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Cason Wallace out there with Isaiah Joe. Then it's Kenrich Williams. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Caruso in at the small forward position. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Celtics trail by 7. Here's Pritchard. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Craig passes to Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Look at Horford just rocketing off the floor. Putting the defense on notice with a big dunk.
Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Outside Craig. Pass to Hauser. Out to Horford. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Wallace. From outside, off the mark. Celtics trail by 7. Here's the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. And it's Hartenstein. That time on the assist from Williams.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Pritchard, covered by Joe. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
NBA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
So Oklahoma City ends up going with a new group. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. And he nails that one right through the heart. And the Thunder lead by 8. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Tatum. The ball's knocked loose. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here they come. Williams from long range. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Dort for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Tatum. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
And look at Tatum getting aggressive inside.
Hits one, then misses the 2nd attempt from the line. Oklahoma City leading by 10. 3-pointer. And Dort is good for 3. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice. White for 3. The shot won't fall.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And he's going for the oop. Oh, my goodness! Jaylen Brown takes one out of the rafters.
A big athletic finish by Brown, polishing off the lob pass with authority.
Porzingis misses. Oklahoma City has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. They double him with White. Oh, deflected. Tries to save it.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Thunder.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Chet Holmgren.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Holiday against Dort. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder able to keep possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
There's 31 seconds left in the final quarter. Outside Holiday. Tatum, a screen on Williams. It's Brown on the wing. Williams defending. Shot clock at 5. Brown with a screen. A shot from the mid-range. And it's good. 2 points. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Drives to the hoop. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander. So it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
himself out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
Want to create a good look? Yeah, just get the ball to Tatum out in space.
Here's Carrington. Pass to Middleton. Three-pointer. That one's in. His first shot this game.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Porzingis passes to Brown. And here's White inside. The kick out to Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Tatum, that's for 2. They get it again. Left side, Porzingis. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
And bringing the aggression and the energy, 2 things you like to see from Porzingis.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Pass to Carrington. It's up a 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And White kicks to Porzingis. Back to White. And Sarr pulls it down.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Wasted no time on that one. Carrington's got 9.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
Pass to Carrington. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. George with the ball. Guarded by Tatum. Here's Sarr. There's the screen. Washington needs to get a shot off here. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Thanks very much. Brian Keefe gave me a few minutes to catch up. Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said you can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Carrington. Off target from outside. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to White. It's tipped. Stolen by George. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
And at 7'1", Sarr makes dunking look easy. The defense has to push him further from the rim.
Holiday dishes to Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Defensive foul.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
1:06 left in the first quarter. And it's Carrington missing. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. And here is Brown. Still yet to score. To the middle. Here's Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Look, this dude is well built, man. He's a specimen. He's 6'8". Look, he's going to score inside if he gets that close.
Outside for George. And the 3 off target. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Porzingis with the ball, now guarded by Smart. Holiday looking over the floor. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Washington's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Here's Carrington, guarded by Holiday. Carrington, that's good. Here's Tatum. He knocks it down.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
It's like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty...
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Wizards lead by 1. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
They've got Jordan Poole, also Johnson out there. And it's Holmes in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. With the teardrop, pass to Poole. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Champagnie. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Johnson. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Picked by Horford. Pass to Shireman. Takes the 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now, here's Craig. Tight defense on him. Here's Shireman. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Over to the wing. Here's Champagnie. Craig defending. Vucevic can't hit. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Back to Craig. Pass to Shireman. And taken away by Johnson. One-on-one fast break. Here's Vucevic. Drills it from outside. Vucevic has got himself on the board with 3 there. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Craig with a screen on Johnson. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Poole. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Martin's checked in for the Wizards.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take. How about the little guy throwing himself on the glass?
They get a hand on it. Rule with the steal. Here's Champagnis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Wizards lead by 3.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
And it's blocked. Outside Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Craig passes to Pritchard. And they get it. Rebounded by the Wizards. Holmes got 4 rebounds now tonight. Poole. And it's good for 2. Now it's a 7-point Washington lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Washington foul.
The Celtics have made their only other free throw attempt today on an earlier trip to the line. And the first one drops.
Shireman taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
Here's Shireman. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Wizards out. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point. The shot by Holiday, no good. Wizards leading by 3. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Tatum dishes to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Another shot. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Tatum.
Trusting his preparation, Tatum is always ready to bail out his team when they need him most.
From deep, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
The kick out to Brown. Back to Porzingis. Goes back up. Outside Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, Tatum is the obvious option for the catch and shoot. He's such an efficient scorer.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Celtics trail by 6.
finish by Tatum.
I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion that he has shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance by him.
When it comes to the league's most physical defenders, Richard, look no further than Marcus Smart.
Yeah, he's someone that has no problem sacrificing his body. Whether that's taking charges or diving after loose balls, he is relentless.
Wizards leading by 4. Pass to Song. Here's Carrington. It's deflected. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
It's stolen by White. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. And White with the stuff.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Here's Carrington. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Here's Tatum driving to the basket.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. Out to White. Lock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot. Porzingis passes to Tatum. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards leading by 4. Pass to Champagnie. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Celtics.
For the lead. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the paint. Here's Champagnie. And he makes good on the way. Champagnie's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Outside Holiday. Out to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. 6 to shoot. To the inside. And the rejection by Holmes. And he recovers it.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
Wizards leading by 4. Here's Vukcevic. Here's Johnson. Pass to Vukcevic. He gets it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them. And what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Jones. Jordan Poole is out there with Johnson. And there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Vukcevic in at the power forward. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Johnson kicks to Holmes. Back to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got the lead up to 7 now for Washington. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Jones for three. Offensive rebound. Pass to Vukcevic. The Wizards working the ball around now. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Here's Craig, and finished off by Craig.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Kicks it out to Jones. Johnson with a screen on Craig. Vukcevic off target with his three.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, that's it right now. He's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Here's Middleton. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Going inside. Pass to Carrington. There's a screen. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his third assist on the night.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
George with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Here's Carrington. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And here's Porzingis for a three. It's hauled in by George.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Carrington. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Washington leading now by 11. George with the screen on Tatum. Pass to George. Here's Sarr. Hands it from downtown.
Well, Sarr continues to develop that three-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of his game.
Holiday with the three. Busted. No good that time either. And the Wizards with possession. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And stolen by White. Knocked loose. Smart with the steal. On the wing, George. For the three. And Boston with the rebound. Brown's got his fifth rebound right now in the game.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Washington.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. Three after three, it just seemed to pay off for them.
So it's the Celtics now. It's a 14-point game. Outside Holiday. Over Smart. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Brown.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
Outside, Smart. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his third foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Stolen by Smart, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Goes up off the inbound, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Assist from Jalen.
19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Carrington's. Buries the long-range jumper. Carrington's got 31 points.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Smart, wide open, he fires. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the
These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. 2 Jalen Williams out there for it. Jalen with an E at the 3 and Jalen with an I at the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Holmgren in at the 4. And it's Coulibaly missing.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Here's Dort. Sarr pulls it in.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Coulibaly knocks down the triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go, and it's in there.
We've talked so much about Gilgeous-Alexander's athleticism. This is the reason why, on display.
They set a pick. Pass to Sarr. Takes it inside. Outside for Bay. Smart outside. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Getting the ball and taking his shot, Smart makes it look almost effortless.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. And here's Holmgren. Inside. And stolen by Middleton. On the wing, Bay. There's the triple. And that comes off the assist by Middleton.
And Bay's not going to hesitate. Very confident in that range.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Brian Keefe and I were able to chat. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends. And Coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now, here's Williams. Here's Dort. Rebound by Middleton.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Hey, from long range. The shot no good. Thunder trail by 8 with the Bradley Beal trade. Washington made it clear they were going in a new direction, Brent.
Yeah, it felt like the Wizards were stuck in the Delaware just a little bit. They won 34 or 35 games for 3 straight seasons, and trading away Bradley Beal was an admittance to, hey, we've got to start over. We've got to do something to get some younger players in here on the roster and give us some flexibility. The future is now for the Washington Wizards.
Now here's Smart. Pass to Sarr. Spins. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
Dort outside. And stolen by Bay. It's Middleton on the wing. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter here. Puts up a deep 3. Sarr pulls it in.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league, so it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Kicks it out to Middleton. Drills it from deep.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 8. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Washington has gone 4 of 8 from outside in this first quarter. Hey, good. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. The 3 is up. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Middleton with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Middleton. 3-pointer. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Driving in. Sarr misses. Dort for 3. He buries it from 3. It's a tie ball game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Tie game and some big points being put on the board as we wrap up the first. And back in a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at Washington's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Well, so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
We've got Malcolm Brogdon. Rashawn Holmes is out there with Kispert. And it's Carrington in a 2-guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. He drops it from range. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Washington.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break add to your total in a hurry.
Outside Brogdon. Here's Carrington. Watch by Wallace. Carrington no good. Thunder trail by 3. And last season, Brent, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, BA. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team again to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
Caruso pass to Williams. Back to Caruso. Outside, Williams. Outside, Mitchell. Puts up a 3. Can't get it to go. Making him 0 for 2. Wizards leading by 6. And here's Brogdon. Here's Vukcevic. Off target from 3-point range. Williams from long range. The Thunder with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Wallace outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Caruso outside. Wallace outside. Launches a 3. 5 to shoot. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Sean Holmes picks one up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Second quarter, 2 minutes.
Williams passes to Caruso. The putback. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Here's Carrington. And the Wizards with another 3.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Caruso with it, and it's Holmes picking him up. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And so Hartenstein nails both of them. Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span, so hard to envision that happening anytime soon. So you got a long way to go.
Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Pass to Holmes. Oh, from deep. Wallace pulls it in. Thunder trail by 4. Outside, Williams. There's the 3. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Vukcevic has got 4 rebounds now. Now Brogdon. They set the pick. Here's Vukcevic. The 3 is up. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. Oklahoma City's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good.
At the line for the Thunder.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Wizards leading by 3. Pass to Carrington. This one for 3. Mitchell grabs a miss. And he lays it up and in. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Gets it off. And that's not gonna go. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Wizards out in front, leading by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got. Kenrich Williams is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Mitchell. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Hartenstein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Hey, good.
Have to like the way Bay is playing. He's bringing it every moment.
Here's Holmgren. Ooh, the confidence from Holmgren inside.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
Outside for Bay. For 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played, and it's rejected.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
The three from Holmgren. No good that time. The Wizards with a lead. Pass to Smart. From the arc. And Smart nails the triple.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now. Wizards leading by 3. Now Smart. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Smart's got 7 points for the quarter.
And don't judge Smart by his size. A little physicality isn't enough to stop him.
Outside, Williams. To the inside. Here's Williams. And the shot goes in. Williams has got 5 now.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Pass to Sarr. Back to Coulibaly. There's a screen. 4-3. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 3-point game.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daignault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Sarr pulls it in. Wizards leading by 3. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Sarr. Williams defending. Outside, Williams. Fires the 3. Rebound, Washington.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And it's Coulibaly missing. Thunder trail by 3. Here we go, one-on-one. No good on the triple. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. This is Chris Middleton making a play.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches it. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Smart kicks it out to Middleton. The offensive rebound. Outside, Coulibaly. Tries the spin move. Kicks it out to Smart. Over Dort. Oh, made it a tough look for him as the defense really pressed up on him. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Williams from long range. Second shot opportunity. Middleton against Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Smart passes to Middleton. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Coulibaly's got 8.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. Wizards out in front. They lead by 8. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. They've got Kispert, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Rashawn Holmes. And it's Vukcevic in at the power forward position. That's the group for Washington right now. Thunder trail by 6. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Pure from three-point range. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
They grab their own miss. Here's Carrington. Takes a 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds in the game. Caruso up top. Uncovered. The Thunder with another miss.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
So Washington ends up going with a new group.
First team foul. Substitution.
Oklahoma City on D. They trail by 9. Outside for Bay. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. Middleton's got 4 assists now tonight. Holmgren against Bay. A good look from Holmgren. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Here's Bay. And there's the drive from deep. And again, Washington with a triple.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And no good. The dry spell continues. Smart outside. Pass to Carrington. Bay with a screen on Williams. Now Bay. Here's Carrington. Williams defending. Bay with a screen on Williams. Just 4 to shoot. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Let's go with a 3. Bay, no good. Thunder trail by 15. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He can be really effective at any position on the floor.
To the wing on the left. Shot's good by Carrington. And the Wizards lead by 15.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And it's Coulibaly missing. And it's Dort with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. To the left side wing. Tries it from 19. And Bay pulls it down. And Washington with possession. They're on a 14-3 run.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Wizards.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Saddiq Bey.
Guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Carrington. Offline with a 3. Now here's Williams. From deep, Holmgren. No luck on that one.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Pass to Carrington. Smart looking around. Shoots it from the corner. And there are the Wizards Wizards with another bucket.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Carrington. Dort grabs the miss. From downtown. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operated.